Holy shit, YouTube. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas. That's a damn dirty lie. A lie, I tell you. Streets are smaller. Man, that place I was unloading at earlier, fucking cab was sticking out into the street, blocking up traffic. I was back as far as I could get up against the dock. But from about the sleeper forward, my cab was sticking out in the middle of that narrow-ass street. First time that's happened with Swift. I've had it happen before when I was working at Builders Transport. And that was a cab over. So I don't remember where I was. It might have been somewhere down south, probably somewhere out east, but if your cab over's sticking out into the street, you know it's a short fucking dock. But the truck stop, holy crap. I got a little over an hour left to drive time. The load I'm picking up isn't ready until 3 p.m. and it's let's see, not even 11. Right? So my 14-hour clock is going to run out long before the load's ready. So I got to shut down, take a 10-hour break. I talked to John. I might have mentioned this on my last video. I talked to John. I got to take the 10-hour shutdown. So I pick a Love's, because Love's are usually cool. Close to Fort Worth, just outside of it. There's also a Pilot, but they didn't have the Pilot pizza, so, you know. Love's or a Pilot without pizza, it's about the same thing. Alright? I mean, really, without the Pilot pizza, it's just a shitty truck stop. This Love's has a Subway, though, so. And there's not a single goddamn Whataburger near any of the truck stops I found. Not a single one. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I can't get a Whataburger. Damn. But man, this truck stop is fucking tiny. I mean, minuscule. Right? And crowded. At 11. Where the fuck is everybody? Why aren't you people driving? I know why I'm not driving. I'm not driving because...
Vital violation.
Yeah, you guys hear that just about every other video, don't you? Intertrip idle violation. I.e. don't idle your truck when it's only 80 where I'm sitting. Middle of a parking lot, next to a lumber yard. Just crammed in the tightest as possible spaces. No, everything is not bigger in Texas. It's a damn dirty lie. But I was about in a jam. I mean, I was about foobar. Okay, I pulled in, and I had to go all the way to the back of the lot, which is just one narrow strip, you know, with parking on either side of this one narrow strip. And I finally found a couple of parking spots, but I could either do a blindside back, which is never a good idea, ever. Not ever is blindside backing a good idea. If you have to do it, pray a lot, right? And then pray some more and get out and look every 5 feet, because it's not going to work out well no matter how good you are. Or, and I thought I was being clever here, I could pull up into one parking spot and back up across into the other. Sounds reasonable, right? So I pull up and I pull in right next to this other guy, and there's a space on either side of him. Right? So, I mean, I have absolutely no animosity towards this driver whatsoever. because he went in the middle of two spaces. I know he did a blindside back to get there. Good for you. That was probably the best way to do it. But as I'm coming in, my trailer isn't getting straight behind me, so I can't do the back across. I go up and I come back and I'm rubbing up against the curb because obviously in a tiny ass little fucking parking spot, you got to have a curb around your entire fucking parking lot. Because that's the way to make truckers happy. Yeah. Can't get across the curb. I actually, at one point, jumped the curb, and yeah, that wasn't good either. But I'm in a bad way, and I'm not going to be able to get it back across into the space I want. And this driver, he saw I was struggling. I mean, he knew what I wanted to do. It was very obvious. He knew what I wanted to do, and he also knew that I wasn't going to get it. And he saw the big ass Swift sign. I'm coming within 3 inches of hitting the guy, too. I mean, this was not in any way a good situation. So he comes up, and his English wasn't the best, so I'm not going to hold that against him. Comes up beside me, and I roll down the window, and he's like, I'm going to move my truck over a spot, and then you can back into the spot. So I pull back in, trailer just barely missing him. He swings out, pulls up, backs up into the next spot over, and that gives me enough room to straighten up and back into the spot I wanted. So now I'm facing out, which is always good. I can pull out instead of having to back out of the spot I'm in, which is always a nightmare. Always a nightmare if you have to do it. I mean, yeah, there have been some situations where I've put myself in that position where I had to back out, but full parking lot, you got no choice. Sometimes you just got to do it. And sometimes you do it, and then at some point you can pull forward into the slot in front of you so you can actually pull forward, like I did the Petro in Effingham the other day. But man, not everything is bigger in Texas. Not fucking everything. So don't perpetuate the lie. Alright, I'm on my break. I'm about 45 minutes into it. I'll talk to you later. Love you, YouTube.